Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, the number one most powerful mindset podcaster in the world. And I'm so excited to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about the power of your mind, your words, your thoughts, and how you can align them to become and receive anything that you desire. Make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to take a deep, healing, meditative breath to help us align on this message and move forward throughout the day. So how do you step into something new? You see, everything in your life is in alignment with you. It doesn't mean it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's in alignment with you. That's why it's able to stay in your experience. When somebody's around you that you don't like, that you can't stand, you tend to stay away from. You almost feel like a magnetic push, like opposite magnets. You feel this push against them. When they come in the room, you want to leave because they are of a different frequency than you. So when that doesn't happen to the things that are around you, enough to cause you to change or move, you are in alignment with that. And the closest things to that are our thoughts, like the things that we think in our mind, the words that we speak. Those are so important. So I didn't know if you noticed, but I did a little bit of a different intro to this podcast. I said, I'm the number one most powerful mindset podcaster. I said an attention to it. You see, when you start thinking, and I knew that I was going to say it this episode, so I knew that I was going to have to deliver something in alignment with that because I am putting myself out there. I am saying something. I was thinking about something. So I had to create an episode. Like, what information can I put in here that the most powerful mindset podcaster would say? How would it be delivered? How would it come across? How would each line have to connect with somebody so they could feel something that only the most powerful podcaster on mindset could give? Because I knew it. I was thinking that I was going to do this. And then when I spoke it, there was no turning back. Because if I thought it, spoke it, and then didn't deliver on the action, it would not create that experience for me. But if every single day I woke up with the intention, I'm the most powerful mindset podcaster in the world. I'm the most powerful mindset podcaster in the world. I thought it from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed. Everything I did, from the books I read to the people I talked to the foods I ate, were in alignment with that thought. As I spoke to people, if I spoke in alignment with that belief system, then what do you think my reality would be? It would match that. Because if everything I'm thinking, speaking, and doing is in alignment with that, anything that's out of alignment with that cannot stay in my reality. Somebody that doesn't want to be around someone that's doing that all the time will not be there. Foods that do not align with the creation of that type of person will not be there. Habits that are in alignment with the creation of that type of person will not be there. Belief systems, all of it won't be there. You see, it's not about what you do to become the person that you want to become, to have the experience you want to have. You already do everything that you need to do. It's what you don't do that will set you free. See, when you're filling your mind with those thoughts and you're speaking those sentences, then you are no longer saying things that aren't in alignment with that. You are no longer thinking things out of alignment. You are no longer doing habits or being around people or eating the foods, whatever it is. You're no longer doing those things. So you don't have to do more. You have to learn to do less so that you can do more expansive, more energy, more focus on what will take you where you want to go. You have positive thoughts in you, enough to where you at least tuned into an episode of the Positive Mindset Podcast. And I'm sure this isn't the first thing that you've looked into. You've probably read a book. You've probably looked up an article online. You've probably listened to positive songs or watched a positive movie or read positive quotes. Like, you've done it, but it hasn't been the large enough focus. You haven't made it a map in your mind, a road in your mind that the energy, the thoughts have to flow through. Like, if you think about an I am statement of like, I am the best, I am the most powerful, I am God, I am strength, I am forgiveness, I am peace. If you think of that as a road, in your mind that your experience has to process through, then that will be what you see. You see, it'll make you perceive on that level. I will perceive as that thing. The most powerful podcaster in the world, the most powerful mindset podcast in the world, whatever it is, I will perceive on that, and then I will receive on that. That is why you see people go on a path of growth. They start achieving things. They start expanding. Maybe they start becoming famous. And then you see them go in such a bad direction, and bad in a sense, out of alignment of where they originally set to go. When this power starts to come within you, if you're not purposeful in your focused experience, you get this power of creation, you get this momentum of movement, and then you end up losing grip on where you want it to go, and then you shift into pleasure, and then you go into the wrong direction. And I say wrong because it's out of alignment of what you really wanted for yourself in the beginning. I don't know if there's a wrong experience because it's just an experience. It can't be wrong. You're experiencing. Maybe there's a missed experience or a lowered experience or a less desired experience, but it's all an experience, so it can't be more or less. It's just an experience for you. So if you want something specifically, if you want to be the best salesperson, if you want to have the number one insurance agency, if you want to have the number one car dealership, if you want to have the happiest family life, if you want to be the best wife, if you want to be the best husband, if you want to be the best coworker, if you want to, whatever it is, be in the NBA, be a professional athlete, whatever it is that you desire, the main thing you have to do, in fact, the most important thing, is creating a road in your head aligned with the I am statement that defines that exact thing so that every thought has to go through it. If you said you were going to be a professional football player, or you were going to be a musician, or you're going to be something at a high caliber, if everything had to process and through that belief of that's what you're going to become, that would become your reality. It doesn't matter your talent at all when you're that aligned in. The most talented athlete, the most talented singer, the smartest genius never did anything with their lives. The one that had the most ability, the most skill, the most whatever, they never did anything. Michael Jordan was not the best basketball player. He's just the player that committed the most. And yes, he had talent and skill and all those things as well. But there's someone else that gave up, that had better skills, better athleticism, a better IQ for basketball, whatever it is. They had it, but they didn't align into a single focus. And I'm not saying that being the best at something is the right experience. I'm saying that you can define your experience. In fact, you're doing it now. If you tend to say, oh, that's stupid, I'm stupid, when you make a mistake, what do you think you're going to create for yourself? If you say that out loud, how often do you think it in your mind? When you have an idea that you're afraid to share, do you shut it down in your mind by telling yourself it's stupid or no one will like it or whatever? Then that will be your experience. You'll create a perception of that because that's what you're perceiving in your mind, that will be your reality. And you don't even have to say it because you'll start to take actions. You'll start to do that diet and then you're like, it doesn't matter. No one's going to like me when I achieve this results anyway, or no one's going to believe that I can do it. You're going to shut it down and you're going to lower your frequency. You're doing this anyway, so you might as well do it in alignment with what you truly desire. It's a gift for you. It's a gift of this experience. Everything you do when you set a target of doing that thing will be resistance. It will be resistance in a sense of you'll level up because you become the thing. There can't be resistance once you become it. So let's just use numbers. So let's say you're number 2 in positive mindset, and it goes all the way up to 1 billion. It's infinite. But you're number 2. Well, when you try to become a number 3, you're putting this 2 over the 3. It doesn't align. So you can hold it up on the next level, but it doesn't fit. It starts shaking. It's vibrating. It's pushing against the 3. But the more you speak as a 3, the more you perceive as a 3, the more you act as a 3, your vibrational frequency will shift because you're moving, you're creating a pattern of a 3. And then before you know it, you'll be shaped like a 3. And then 3 will become the new homeostasis, the new comfort, the new frequency match. And then if you were trying to go down back to a 2, you would feel that resistance. It's like if you went to school, you went to high school somewhere, and it was so great, you had a great time, but then you moved away, and then you come back 10 years later. And it was so great when you were there, but when you come back, it doesn't feel the same. You don't fit anymore because your vibration changed. It's not changing for the better, it's just changing differently. That's what happens. So if you want to become something different than you are, if you want to become something more, if that's the correct word, if you want to shift into something, make sure you're creating a road in your mind, a single road, and you're willing to say, I am blank in your mind and out loud and with your actions. Once you do that, you will create a pattern that will turn your frequency into that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a deep alignment breath. When you breathe in, I want you to say your I am statement. It can be I am love, I am joy, I am purpose, I am wealthy, I am abundant, whatever you want. Say it just again and again. I am, and the word. As you hold your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, allow anything that doesn't resonate with you to leave you so you can move forward in that energy. So get your word, your I am word. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. This is all for you. Everything. The weight is for you because it gives you the gift to become something that will resonate at a higher level. If you choose this journey, if you decide to go on this path, you will become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.